What is up, guys, and welcome back to a new video here on the channel. Took a couple week break, but now hopefully I get back into the groove of things, but I'm not here to talk about that. But what I do want to talk about, though, is the current way that WWE is doing things in the big 2026. And before I get into the real meat and potatoes, I want to say for almost my entire life, I've been a wrestling fan. No matter if it was WWE, or TNA, or AEW. So I got some ball knowledge, if you know what I'm saying. So anyway, ever since 2025, 2024 was a really big year for WWE. We got to see Cody Rhodes as WWE champion. That was a pretty big moment. We got to see a really epic match between CM Punk and Drew McIntyre at Hell in a Cell. That was also a really good match. In my opinion, match of the year. In 2025, it was projected for WWE to have a big year in terms of numbers and in terms of stories, and especially because it was going to be John Cena's final year in the WWE. And we all thought it was going to be a massive year, but honestly, it was anything but. We had the John Cena heel turn / retirement tour, which was a complete and utter flop. We had Cody's second title reign, which due to lack of direction, that was also a flop as well. And that was bad booking and just overall very questionable choices. Also, some more examples include giving Jey Uso the title and not using Roman Reigns. He only showed up like twice a year. And WWE right now has no creativity right now. Okay, first off, I want to say this. If you're a WWE fan and you genuinely enjoy the product, I'm not making this video to target you at all. But here, I want to talk about the things that I see wrong from a fan's perspective. Starting out in 2025, we had the John Cena heel turn that went absolutely nowhere. Matter of fact, it flopped so hard that during middle halfway of the year, he ended up going back face. And also another thing with John Cena's 2025 was that there were no stories set up for him. You would think you would have one big final story as a giant send-off where he would come off on top. But no, he ended up facing Gunter, and he unfortunately tapped out in what was a dog shit match. And the fact that John Cena wanted over 200 dates when he only got less than 50, that is not a good look. Come on. His last ever show was not even in Boston, and he's from Massachusetts. That should tell you that is not a good look. Cena was your biggest star for the last 2 decades, and this is what the best y'all can do for him? Seriously? Also, another thing I want to point out, Jey Uso winning the Rumble back in 2025, which, okay, Cena didn't win, sure, but I'm pretty sure the match between him and Gunter would be fine. I'm pretty sure they would tell some convincing story. All we got was this thrown together match after thrown together match after thrown together match. Outside of the Cody Rhodes and Cena match at WrestleMania, where they told at least a somewhat of a story, and oh my god, don't even get me started on that match where freaking Travis Scott interfered instead of Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, is really telling how bad it was. Next we have main event Jey Uso, or I like to refer to him as mid-card Jey Uso. And all we heard from bro was yeet, 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 like a dead 2015 catchphrase. I mean, yeah, it's cool to have that fun, but you also need to know when to be serious and when people should take you seriously. This year from him, we didn't get that at all. And honestly, there was nothing wrong with him winning the Rumble. But however, the biggest problem was, A, him winning Mania against Gunter, and B, how he won. He made Gunter tap out with his own move in 3 seconds. And Triple H knows he messed up when the flaws of Jey Uso's wrestling were right there. And B, when he dropped the belt on a random episode of Monday Night Raw. And keep in mind, how he did it was when not Jey Uso, but Gunter had him in a sleeper hold and Jey Uso passed out. Can somebody tell me how does that make sense again? In the final cherry on top, which I mentioned briefly about this earlier, and I also talked about this in one of my other videos, is John Cena's final match. The guy that put the company on your back for the last 20 years, the guy that was never give up and triple fraud made him tap out. And the sad thing is a lot of people were defending it saying, oh, that's how Cena would have want to go out. Nah, I highly doubt that. And if this is someone they loved so much, imagine how they would treat someone they hate. And the reason why me and many others are voicing our complaints is because WWE has the capability, especially under Triple H's leadership, to do good. We've seen all of 2024. But however, right now in 2025 and right now in 2026, they are not doing a good job. For better or for worse, WWE is in their own lane. They don't need to compete with anyone, which is good for them that, they're there. But however, from a consumer's point of view, it's not, because that means they have gone comfortable. It means they stopped caring. And Triple H, bro, he just got on to do better, man. And hopefully 2026 can be a turnaround year, but I highly doubt that. But yeah. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. If you made it all the way through, thank you. Leave a like, comment, sub, rate 5 stars. Until next time, see y'all. Peace.